Khloé Kardashian has sparked a strong divide among her fans due to a controversial guest, leading to reactions of disappointment. Hi, before we continue, please subscribe to the channel for all Kardashians news and update. Khloé Kardashian has always been one of the most outspoken members of the Kardashian family, never afraid to make bold choices or speak her mind, whether on reality TV, in interviews, or now through her podcast, Khloé in Wonderland. But her most recent decision to invite UFC CEO Dana White onto her show has created a storm of reactions that has split her fan base right down the middle. Some of her followers applauded her for being open-minded and allowing different voices on her platform, while others were left shocked, angry, and disappointed, claiming that she was giving attention to someone they viewed as harmful and divisive. The episode aired on April 17, with Khloé, now 40, sitting down with Dana White, 55, to have an open conversation covering a variety of topics. White is best known for building the UFC into one of the most successful sports organizations in the world, but outside of the fighting world, he has also become known for being an outspoken political figure, especially because of his close relationship with and support for former President Donald Trump. Clips of their discussion were shared by Khloé on Instagram, and it didn't take long for her comment section to turn into a heated debate, with fans from both sides of the political spectrum weighing in. One of the first reactions came from a disappointed fan who wrote simply, "How disappointing," a comment that quickly gained likes from others who felt the same way. Another person added, "There are so many others who deserve the platform instead of this guy doing so much harm." Others were more direct in accusing Khloé of showing her true colors by inviting Dana White on, with one follower writing, "Guess you're all showing your true colors now." Another chimed in with, "Oh Khloé, yikes," and one person summed up their frustration by commenting, "Khloé, not this guy." These reactions reflected the anger of fans who were not only upset by the guest choice but also seemed to feel let down by Khloé, someone they had admired for years. But on the other side of the debate, plenty of followers celebrated her decision, cheering both her and Dana White on. One fan commented enthusiastically, "Love Dana and Trump," with fire and clap emojis to show their excitement. Another follower proudly wrote, "MAGA," with flexed arm and flag emojis, clearly showing their approval of White's political stance. Some applauded Khloé directly for her willingness to bring on a guest who sparks debate, with one user saying, "Not Khloé being open-minded," followed by clapping emojis. Someone else added, "Good for her, he's awesome, not some woke celebrity," clearly suggesting that they appreciated her choosing a guest who doesn't fall in line with Hollywood's usual political voices. Still, even among those reactions, there was acknowledgement of the controversy. One fan admitted, "I'm surprised you have him on. Dana White is one of the biggest Trump supporters out there." And that statement was not an exaggeration. White has a long history of praising Donald Trump and appearing at his rallies, even going back to when Trump gave the UFC an early chance to host events at his properties before the sport became mainstream. White has been loyal ever since, and in July, during a Trump rally in Pennsylvania, he made headlines by declaring, "Donald Trump is tougher and more bada than anybody." He even referenced the assassination attempt that nearly took Trump's life, saying, "You can only pray that you're a quarter of the man that Donald Trump was when a guy tried to take 7 shots at his head with a high-powered rifle with a scope on it." That kind of language and the strength of White's political opinions are exactly what make him such a divisive figure, and it explains why Khloé's choice to bring him on her podcast caused such a stir. For some fans, her show is supposed to be a safe space for fun, curiosity, and personal growth, not a platform for controversial political voices. To them, giving White airtime felt like legitimizing his views, which they strongly disagree with. For others, though, the decision proved that Khloé is willing to step outside of the Hollywood bubble, embrace different viewpoints, and not let politics dictate her conversations. The debate also shows just how politically charged everything has become, even in the world of entertainment. Celebrities today are often judged not just for their work but also for the company they keep and the opinions they allow on their platforms. For Khloé, who has worked hard to reinvent herself as more than just a reality TV personality, the move may have been a way to show that her podcast can host serious conversations and not just lighthearted celebrity chats. But whether she expected this level of backlash is unclear. What is clear is that her decision tapped into a larger cultural divide that goes far beyond her podcast episode. Khloé has long been seen as one of the most relatable Kardashians, someone who openly shares her struggles with body image, relationships, and motherhood. That relatability has helped her maintain a loyal fan base even through the many controversies that surround her family. But this time, some fans feel she crossed a line, while others believe she showed growth by being willing to talk with someone who doesn't fit into the usual mold of celebrity-approved guests. It has left her at the center of a cultural clash that mirrors the broader division in society. The fact that Dana White is such a polarizing figure only made the reactions more intense. His public support for Donald Trump, his brash personality, and his history of blunt statements have all contributed to his reputation as someone people either admire deeply or strongly dislike. By having him on, Khloé essentially forced her followers to reveal where they stand, and the result was a comment section filled with clashing worldviews. For some, this kind of debate proves the power of her platform. After all, podcasts are meant to spark conversation, and she certainly succeeded in that. But for others, it felt like she gave credibility to someone they see as harmful, which in their eyes was disappointing at best and damaging at worst. What this controversy shows is that in today's world, celebrities can rarely make choices without facing scrutiny, especially when politics is involved. For Khloé Kardashian, this moment is another reminder of how closely her every move is watched and how quickly the public can turn against or rally behind her. While some fans may walk away disheartened, others may find themselves more loyal than ever, appreciating her for not shying away from controversy. Either way, she has once again proven that everything she does has the power to grab headlines, spark debates, and keep her firmly in the spotlight. One of the first reactions came from a disappointed fan who wrote simply, "How disappointing," a comment that quickly gained likes from others who felt the same way. Another person added, "There are so many others who deserve the platform instead of this guy doing so much harm." Others were more direct in accusing Khloé of showing her true colors by inviting Dana White on, with one follower writing, "Guess you're all showing your true colors now." Another chimed in with, "Oh Khloé, yikes," and one person summed up their frustration by commenting, "Khloé, not this guy." These reactions reflected the anger of fans who were not only upset by the guest choice but also seemed to feel let down by Khloé, someone they had admired for years. But on the other side of the debate, plenty of followers celebrated her decision, cheering both her and Dana White on. One fan commented enthusiastically, "Love Dana and Trump," with fire and clap emojis to show their excitement. Thanks for watching. Please do well to share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more Kardashian updates.